Ironically enough, going against Dard is actually when I was least nervous.
Oh,
Not
sure.
having a chance.
That's how I similarly felt.
Alright, here we go.
Here we go. All right, nice open start to the board. No weird logic right off the bat. Neither of these players should have an issue with logic, but, it can have weird openings sometimes. And that's an early blast from Aura.
Ori about 14 seconds down here. Definitely enough time to make that up, though. Dard's looking really solid right now.
Dard's playing with a lot of confidence, that's for sure. And that's game number two.
Ooh, another
Oh,
blast
and
from
a
Ori.
late blast. That might cost him the round. Never say never, but Dard is playing with the confidence. Oh, I
And
cast
just like
recursed.
that,
Yep.
yep.
I should
Got about
refrain from
ooh,
getting too hyped up. Yeah, this is. I think both of them are worried about the other one's speed and feel like they need to compensate.
Ori just about one board behind.
Hmm.
Still half the game to go. Plenty of opportunities for Dart to blast, or for Ori
One
to just
board
go
plus
fast.
2 seconds for DardHong.
Think Ori is going to be playing a pretty different set of boards now compared to Dard.
I think so. Yeah, they're definitely not aligned anymore.
Dard finishes his fourth. Ori about to get his third.
One board plus 7 second lead for Dard now.
Last board for Dard. Ori has two to go.
Some good efficiency style gameplay from Dard, just going for openings and not overflagging.
Yeah, seeing a lot of flags from Ori here.
Wow, that end
All
for
right.
Dard just fully going no flag. Very clean finish to it.
Not sure what Ori is going to counterpick with here.
Right, and it looks like expert being the one where it's much more of a toss up, just because there's always chance for mistakes, as I saw against Dard. Um, so I think that might be what Aura's hoping for.
Yeah,
Dard maybe
definitely.
needing just a break for the arm.
Yep. Expert is definitely the higher variance pick.
It's something where
After
you think you could get back your advantage.
Yeah. Spectating a few of the beginner sets, it just there's not much opportunity to come back. Looked like just one person would get a lead early and they would keep it the entire time. With expert,
The speed difference would have to be massive for somebody to blast late in the board and still make a comeback.
yeah.
All right, we're off to the races.
Okay, I need to turn my zoom slightly down because I can't see the right
That's
half
what
of
I
the
did too.
board.
Right,
Or
little bit
looking
of
like
a
he's slightly
tricky
ahead here.
start. Yeah, but they're fairly neck and neck, trying to do slightly different parts of the board and then reconverging.
That section on the
Break
right
me upper
is
right. Yeah.
brutal. Yeah.
I would have left that for a mine count, but
Da-
Dard had
Dard
other
conquered it.
intentions.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very clean.
Let's see if Ori can clean up this corner just as well.
All right, and Or is able to take it down the same way. All right, that's quite a sizable lead for Aura for players of this caliber going into an expert game.
Yeah, about 12 seconds there. He had some trouble finding the last square he needed to click.
Yep, and that is sometimes the downside of not flagging enough. Aura just shredding through this board.
Really, really fast. Yeah. It seems like he just finished his first one and he's already almost done.
Yep, and
Almost a
that was
sub
a
50 there.
clean, easy victory. Yeah,
All
Is
right.
this
Duh.
1-1, right? Okay.
Yep.
Went up
1-1
a
now.
bit.
Yes,
Get an extra win. I didn't mean to. My bad.
and here we go. Dard going into no flags, trying to pick up that strength of his.
Yeah, I think Owen. We've seen. I think Owen got the win on expert against Boru, right? Seems to be a strength of his compared to most other players.
Absolutely. Yep.
He's been very fast and very consistent with his expert ports compared to playing on int.
And this is best of 5, correct?
It is. Yep. So neither of them have to sweat too much right now on this one. It's not sudden death, but losing this one puts you at a deep disadvantage going forward. And they're off. Nice big start for both of them. Definitely favors a weaker no flags player to have a start like this, just because you have so many different options into the board.
And we immediately see different pathing from these two.
Very interesting, yeah. Dart actually falling a tiny bit behind here, or just taking the game by the horns. That's a quick 27 for the first game for Aura.
About a 2-second lead there. Wow, this is quite the opening on this board.
It is, yep. Same thing, very friendly for, people like, wouldn't say myself, but maybe myself who can't visualize quite as well. So I would always welcome this for a no flags run.
They were about even on that board, so Ori still with about a 2-3 second lead here.
Seems to be picking up for a couple seconds per board here, so if he keeps up this rate, he's going to just pick up a comfortable lead, but not, a super safe one.
Oh, and there's a blast from Aura. So,
Yeah, now we're basically tied up.
yep, nothing is ever insurmountable when it comes to no flags or any game mode, but no flags, I feel like people do be blasting a lot.
Looking like Ori might have skipped a not the nicest board here. Dart gets a 22 on the one that Ori
Oh
blasted.
no, and the latest of blasts, that's going to cost quite a bit here.
I think it's Dart's next board that Ori's on right now. Is that correct?
I believe. Oh no!
Ooh,
Wow.
they're tied up. Dart with the 2-second lead.
A little bit of jitters coming in here, maybe.
Yeah, the hand jitters during Chord Cup are very
Yep.
real, and they're super bad for no flag. Or was that a blast? Yeah.
That was just a screen thing, I think.
Okay. Dart on his last board. Looks like he's gonna. Looks like the counter pick worked out for him.
It did indeed. Well, no caster curse here, but should be a smooth cruise to victory. And there we go.
Nice job to Dard. He got 2 points now. TheOreh has 1. And that means no flag is off the table.
Expert again. There we go. I was going to say Aura really needs to mix it up. I wouldn't have been surprised to see beginner, but I think expert is what Aura feels comfortable with and has, been able to beat DardHong previously.
Yeah, so there's a clarification on the rules. If you pick a no flag after you play it, you can't do it again. So that's only once per match you can do it. But every other mode, you're free to pick as many times as you're able to. So I have one on expert, and then now he's doing it again, which is totally fine. But DardHong, if he loses, isn't able to go back to no flag, and he'd have to pick something else.
The DardHong with the sore arm, but it's been looking good for him regardless. Obviously, a few misclicks, but from both players, so I wouldn't know otherwise. TheOreh, I believe, already locking in what is his best ever Chord Cup showing after having gotten 13th in Chord Cup 6. So, great for him either way.
Absolutely, yeah. I cannot even tell who's in the lead.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're doing slightly different stuff. I see a bit more space for Dard, but they're not focusing on the same area right away.
Yeah, and this left side is not the easiest.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to break into. And Dard looks to be no flagging quite a bit of it, so
Clean
props to
that up
him. Yeah.
beautifully. I think Ori with a slight lead still. Very close though.
Looks like there's some space, so I think 3BVY is there. Oh no! Tragedy for Aura. He got a little bit too comfortable, or perhaps a bit too nervous, and the first game slips away from him.
Yep, that's the issue with expert. That's the variance.
Dard probably knows that he's got it locked up as long as he can keep his nerves cool.
Ori learning some lessons from earlier, not giving up on expert. You never know what can happen.
Indeed, there's always a chance.
So it's kind of awkward when you're in a position like this, like when you're OF, because you're behind pretty much a full board. So you kind of have to play a little bit faster, try and catch up, and then you just,
Right.
when you do
Yeah.
that,
There's
you're
there's
just prone
there's
to make
schools of thought
mistakes.
here. From Aura's perspective, he can try to like either catch up or just play consistently and hope that Dard makes a mistake. Um, Personally, I would probably just play consistently and hope for the mistake. I don't think at these players' speeds that catch-up potential is viable here, just straight up. Uh, but it's really up to personal preference on that one. And that's the
Dart takes the
game.
third point.
DardHong moves on.